Gilletta. So this model is one of the biggest ones we've ever had here. This model is so big it actually has a metal skeleton on the inside to make sure the model is strong and it stays upright. This model actually also has animation running around the outside. You'll see the star shapes. You'll see Luke Skywalker's X-Wing getting chased by Darth Vader's TIE Fighter all around the outside. In order to make that work, people actually have to get up inside the model to hook up the wires, the animation, and all that.
And now check this out. What do we have going on here?
So this is the Death Star's planet-destroying super laser. It's been wired up by our awesome team of animators here using LED rope. And this is actually going to slot into the top of the Death Star, and it's going to look great in the daytime and at night. You're going to be able to see these lasers perfectly.
And where does the Death Star rank in terms of your projects?
Death Star is one of my favorites that we've done recently, especially because it's so recognizable by everyone that comes to the park. The hype's already building because people can see over the construction fence and take a peek at what we're building.
Has anyone ever described you as just a big kid?
Yeah, that's part of the job description is you have to be able to think like a kid, to know what they'd want, to know what they would enjoy, to know how they're going to act and interpret things that you build. I'm finishing up the duel between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi aboard the first Death Star, where right before it exploded, they dueled with their lightsabers. Kids will actually be able to push buttons outside this model to control the lightsaber fight. These two characters are on motors, so they'll be able to spin back and forth like this. And they'll be able to duel, and kids can control it and have a lot of fun that way, so it's going to be really neat.
A weasel riding a woodpecker as if it's a flying steed. It's the photo that had the whole world laughing. Bird experts were blown away.
I was absolutely stunned. I couldn't believe it was real.
But Jamie Wyver became a believer once he saw the blurry photos that accompanied the now famous one. Martin LeMay, a photographer by hobby, was with his wife in a London park when they heard a woodpecker squawking and saw a weasel attacking the bird as it took off. This was no fantasy kiddie movie like Epic.
This whole bird riding thing's new to me. Ow!
This was a life and death struggle. The photographer told various media that the woodpecker landed. Our presence momentarily distracted the weasel. The woodpecker seized the opportunity and flew up and away. Both survived.
It's a photographer's dream, isn't it, to capture behaviour that no one's ever seen before.
Soon everyone was seeing it photoshopped, with the weasel wearing a cape, with Madonna in her cape, and shirtless Vladimir Putin, who was later combined with Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu. Left Shark climbed aboard. The weasel was decked out in the blue, or is it gold, dress. Miley Cyrus was half-dressed. Even the two runaway llamas showed up. Is it really feasible for a bird to fly with a weasel on top of it?
It's a tricky one, isn't it? But actually, weasels are very, very light. It's said that the head of a weasel could actually fit through a wedding ring.
Wildlife experts tell us that a small weasel might weigh about as much as a candy bar, so imagine a woodpecker flying around with this on its back. Soon the photo landed at the top of Reddit's Animals Riding Animals, along with butterflies on an alligator, dog on a donkey, and dog rides dog. The image, now known as #WeaselPecker, took off like the space shuttle. Jeannie Moe, CNN, New York.